God. Sorry. Sorry, folks. I don't know what happened. I guess it froze up down there at the intersection. It really wasn't much of a monologue, JC. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. Sorry, folks. Man, that sucks. All right. Well, hour and a half to go. I haven't even checked the webcams yet because everything froze. Let's go check the webcams real quick. Come on. Man. Grover Beach, Lompoc. Come on. Yep, Dangermont still looks good. I could see... Yeah, you could see the lighthouse. You could see the train lights. Every once in a while, you could see the lights from Trans Peak. And if you go over to the Harris Grade Cam, it's all fogged over. And that's only about 150 feet above me. Behind us a little bit. But it's not that much higher than I am right now. Okay, where are we? That one, right? Yes. Okay. Hopefully, let's try this again. Hopefully we don't have a problem this time. Because I want to try to go out to Halama. See what's it look like now. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Everybody's just hogging up the whole space. Hopefully there won't be that many people up here tonight. Man, why did it freeze like that? Now my mind's gonna be like going on that when I I should be all right. We're back up and running. Let's just stream. Now my mind's gonna be like, what the hell was all that about? I didn't mess with anything. Except for trying to get that stupid Facebook thing off of the live stream. I don't know if it's still there now. Let's see. Yeah, good. At least that's not on the live stream now. I don't know why that little Facebook thing keeps coming up. It won't even let me connect to Facebook. Oh, missed it by that much. Driven through that intersection plenty of times. I'm just thinking, because when I drive my truck through that intersection, not this truck, my other truck, my Bluetooth and everything usually disconnect from the truck. So if I'm listening to Pandora or a podcast or something, oh dear, little buck, it'll cut off. But we've driven through that intersection, I don't know, dozens of times now live streaming, and I've never dropped through there. Just dropped today. That was interesting. Well, we're off. We got an hour and 30-something minutes to go. We're heading back toward Lompoc now. Probably going to make our way out toward Halama, because the Dangermon cam looked beautiful. That doesn't necessarily mean it's clear out there. Dangermon cam is in a real, it's in a great spot to watch for brush fires, but it's in somewhat of a crappy spot for me to determine what the conditions are out there. If it's foggy, if it's if it's high fog or low fog, if Halama itself is covered, and then if the road's covered, because yeah, see, I can't see anything on the Halama cam. And the Dangermon cam is probably a good half a mile from the road. There is a spot I have on the road that if it is clear, we won't be next to the beach, but we will be in a pitch black section of area up there. And I don't think we could see re-entry burn from over there, from the Green Gate. You can't really see any stars either, so the fog's thick enough where you can't see the stars, But it's high enough where you can see across the valley all the way over to the launch pad, which is a good thing. But then once it gets in the fog, it's gone. I say we just do we just go for it? I think we just go for it. We don't even bother driving through town. Well, JC says it's 12:10 now, launch time. So that means they pushed it 2 minutes already. I didn't even bother to check where the drone ship was out in the ocean. I would assume it's in the general vicinity it needs to be, since, you know, I didn't even look to see. That was the other thing I found interesting. You know, SpaceX will usually start their countdown clock at 24 hours, which was about 4 o'clock before I laid down and took a nap. Their countdown clock hadn't even started yet. And it's kind of too late to look now because I'm driving. Employee bus. But yeah, I thought that was interesting that there was no countdown clock going for SpaceX yet. And nothing that Eddie and I look up had to change either, or else 805.life/launches would have said it. That was weird how it just stopped like that. Everything stopped on my end, folks. My countdown, the timer on the live stream just stopped. When I went and checked with the other phone to see what was going on, it just kept replaying the last 5 seconds of me at that intersection on H Central, waiting for the light to turn green. It just kept replaying it. And then, yeah, all of a sudden, I was talking with Eddie, and it booted me off. Booted me all the way back to the, whatever you call it, the startup screen, the welcome screen for Streamlabs. And of course, because I already started a live stream, I couldn't go back to that one. And I think Eddie made another one, but unfortunately, I already started this one. So, the joys of trying to make it famous as a YouTuber. We'll get through it. We just got to keep trudging. Keep trying. And we'll get it. We'll get it eventually. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, share, tell all your friends. If you want to donate a couple bucks so I could get better at this, buy better equipment, step up my game, head over to PayPal. Vandenberg Rockets. Vandenberg Rockets is the PayPal page. Those of you that have donated, thank you very much. I appreciate it. have a list at home of what I would like to do to step this game up. Of course, a better camera, better lens. Not really the camera. Everybody tells me I need to upgrade my camera, which I know I do if I want to get the real good shots. But I got a beginner's camera, a Nikon Z50. And I don't know, I kind of want to just prove to my friends and a couple other people that you can take good shots with the Z50. And seeing how I'm trying to photograph one of the hardest things to photograph or video, a night rocket launch or a rocket launch in general. I've been doing this for 10 years, but you only get right off the pad, you only get about a minute and a half of decent pictures. And then you need a pretty long lens to get good pictures because the rocket's too far away. It's late enough for all of Lompoc to be dead, except for the homeless, I guess you could say. They're out roaming the streets right now. We got to be careful with them roaming around. We got a lot of them around here that like to just walk the middle of the street. Alright, now we're on Highway 1 headed toward Halama Road, because we're going to go out on Halama, see what's going on out there. We got about an hour and a half to go till launch, so we'll see what happens. Like I said, the webcam looked pretty good. At least further up the road, like halfway down the road, it still looked clear. Halama cam didn't look so great. That's alright. We got enough time to drive out there and see what's going on. Try to time it perfect so we get out there just before launch, so I don't have to ramble to you guys for too long in one particular spot. I kind of like the driving around thing, giving people a view of what's going on instead of me just setting up at Surf Beach for 2 hours. Yeah, maybe I'll do it here pretty soon so you guys can see what the nonsense looks like, how it goes from, well, it's not like it used to be when they first started this, like this stepping up the launches, the cadence of the launches like they have been. Oh, a year or so ago there'd be 200-300 people out there, easy. People walking up from Ocean Beach. Originally, people would just park alongside the road out at Surf Beach, which people don't understand. If there's a fire out there at the pad, they'll usually open those gates, and that's how the fire trucks will go through. So they don't have to go through the gate, the stations on North Base. They won't have to go through the gate. And then there's like, a hill, 2 or 3 fairly sharp turns. They'd have to slow down, but if they just go out ocean to Surf Beach and open that gate, they just fly right through it, through the gate, and get to wherever they need to go. That's a busy time on Highway 1 right there. 10 o'clock and past cars. When I worked nights and had to leave for work around now, yeah, this road was dead. except for animals. And I've already hit a deer once in this truck. I don't want to do it again. I don't want to hit anything. Yep. Lots of cars on the road. That's a traffic jam. Alright. Making our turn on the Halama Road. 14 miles of isolation. This is the prime time to see something running across this road. I know some of you live in rural areas, but it's always funny to see bus stops out here in the middle of nowhere. I'm sure there still is kids that live out here that ride the bus to school. Oh, I see the trees blowing. That means it's still windy out here. So I can't see if the timer on the live stream stopped or not. Oh well, I guess we'll find out in a few minutes, because I plan on stopping up here and getting a view of where Halama Road starts going up the hill. You get a good view of Lompoc looking back north. After I finished the live stream last time I was out here and I got to there, I was like, oh, this would have been a good time to show the fog over Lompoc. A good angle. So hopefully this time I remember to stop. I already forgot one stop. Didn't go by forgot to stop by the frog pond. Sorry, JC. Sorry, Eddie, for not waiting for the new schedule. Just starting a new live stream. We'll see how this goes. How many views we get on it. Thanks for coming back. If you started on the first live stream and now you're here on the second, thanks for joining us again. Don't forget forget to hit that like, subscribe, share, tell all your friends, turn your notifications on. Head on over to 805.life/launches. Sign up for the email list. Get notified on any updates, any changes to the launches. Well, to the next scheduled launch. Which I think right now is scheduled for the 10th. Should have wrote them down when we were up at Harris Gray. And everything crashed. But I was panicking. I wasn't really panicking. I was more pissed off. Like, why did it crash? I didn't understand that. Checked the other phone. It looks like we're still live streaming. We are now officially in the area where I typically lose service if I don't have Starlink, which it's on top of the truck as usual. And everything is hooked up. Both phones. Alright. Remember to stop. Remember to stop. Miles to go till Halama. If you drive this road at night, there's no street lights. So you're driving on a dark road. Kind of sliding off right there, but they haven't closed that down to one lane yet. But right up here it is down to one lane. It's right there and not down here further in all this twisty turny crap. Let's see if you guys can see it. Nope, too dark. But there is a little fog layer over town right now. So, but you can't see it. It's too dark. Oh. And I looked up, couldn't see no stars from here. of a bummer, because when I looked at the cam, it didn't look that foggy up here. You could still see the lights from the boathouse and the signal lights for the train. Under the fog right here. Yeah. Well, let's make our way in and see what it looks like. I can't see my timer, but we should still have plenty of time. Oh, an hour and 2 minutes. Wow, I've already burnt through an hour, half hour. It's too foggy out at Halama, we're going to come right back here to that spot. Because it's up here on the hill. Where'd it go? I just had it. What the? Oh, there it is. I'm going to check the webcams real quick. Just to make sure. Come on. No, we want camera 2. Yeah, see, that still shows. I can still see light. The Dangermon cam, if you pull it up right now, here, let's do it this way. Go ahead, folks. Let's see if I can do it. I'm watching it. We'll stop right here and do it. See the flashlight? I'm going to point it up. And I'm going to drive down the road. And if you want to go over to the Dangermon cam, in about 5 minutes, I should be more in front of the cam. We'll point it in the direction of the camera, not the houses. So yeah, if you guys go over to Alert California or the Watch Duty app, find the Dangermon cam camera angle number. So if you watch the time lapse over and over and over and over again for the next 10 minutes, at some point you're going to see a car going down the road with a lightsaber shining up toward the sky. That's me. So you could see your friendly neighborhood rocket nerd going down the road from a different camera. I've wanted to point this flashlight at the booster while it's launching to see if we could see the flashlight that way. But thanks for joining us again tonight, folks. It's a late one tonight, and we're heading out toward Halama. The Danger Mon cam looked promising, and we really haven't hit much fog yet, so that's a good sign. Possibly thick. Oh, hang on a second. Oh yeah, we might be turning around. We might be turning around and hauling ass up to Harris Grade. Only because when I shine the light up, it's going into fog. But the Danger Mon cam, you could see the lights from the boathouse and stuff. I don't know if you'd be able to see the light yet on the whatchamacallit cam, Danger Mon cam. I don't think we're quite there yet. We got to go through a couple switchbacks before we're at the prime viewing area for me with my flashlight on the road. If you're watching Danger Mon cam, oh yeah, this one's really bad. All right, we might have to be changing the setup here. Yeah, 55 minutes. Well, we made it to the first bridge. I guess we'll take a good hard think about it up here at the next ridge line. Oh, I think I see oncoming. Oh no, I think that's the house. They're probably awake going. Yeah, there's still fog on my flashlight. But they're probably awake looking out the window going, what the hell is that? bad as it was a minute ago. And then we're gonna make a right and then a switch back to the left and go up the hill. And once we get up that hill, if you haven't seen it already, you should be able to see I turned the flashlight off for a second, but you should be able to see the flashlight once we get up here a little bit more. Because I know when I watch this camera at night, you can see cars coming in and out of the road. Right. Oh, yep, see, I see a star. That's a good sign. I see a bunch of them now, so we're in the clear. Flashlight is back on. So if you're watching the Dangermon cam, you might see a random bright ass light shining out from the road. That's yours truly. The reason why I don't like doing this is if somebody does see me shining the flashlight, somebody that lives out here anyways, there's a strong chance that they think I'm out here poaching. Which, nope. Yeah, this is the part of the road that I could usually see people driving. So to verify my position, you guys could go over to the Dangermon cam and see me driving down the road right now, lighting up the hillsides. Now I'm lighting up the sky. I kind of want to stop and see if we could see myself, if I could see myself. But then at the same time, I want to get out there to see what the conditions look like. You can really see the stars now. So we're out past the fog. Yeah, see right through here. This is where you can really see who's driving on the road. Not right here, obviously, that area we just went through. There's trees right here to the left. But that clearing behind us, you could see people coming out of the road really good. I'm sure you could see the flashlight pretty good on the webcam. Now I'm pointing the flashlight pretty much right at where the camera would be. Up on the hillside way over there. Let's just check real quick. Let's check real quick. See if we could see it. Restart. Oh yeah. For sure you could see me on the road. Come on. Play. Oh, don't tell me. No. Oh, shit. Oh, maybe not. Well, I guess we're back live. We'll find out in a second. Yeah, it looks like we're back live. Well, I saw myself for a second on the watch duty cam. Then a car pulled up behind me, so I had to move, obviously. Don't want to just sit in the middle of the road like I was doing. And like I said, with my bright ass flashlight, it looks like I'm poaching, which I'm not doing. I can see the ocean. Kind of looks like it. Oh, yep. I can see. Oh, yep. I can see the signal lights for the train, somewhat see the boathouse lights. It looks like I see a shipping container offshore, and there is some sort of light out there blinking, a whole bunch of them. It looks like one ship though, not like the squid boats are out here or anything. Squid boats are interesting to watch when they're out there. Get like 10 or 12 mother ships and a whole bunch of skiffs, and they literally vacuum the squid up out of the ocean. No, we'll go to our old faithful spot. Let's see, how much time do we have? 45 minutes. There's plenty of stars in the sky, so we should get a decent view from out over here. Actually, we got more than 45 minutes because I think it got pushed back a couple more minutes. Train tracks. Well, if you're wondering where we're going now, I know it's, oh shit, it's already 11:30. It's 11:30 at night, and we're gonna cruise through Alama Beach County Park real quick. We got 40 something odd minutes to go till launch. It's not daytime. You won't be able to see much, but then again, there's really not much to see at this park. When we go through the kiosk over here, to screen right up on the hillsides are some bungalows that you can rent. And then everything else out here is essentially primitive camping. There's no hookups next to sites. There is a dump station. There is a water station. So you don't have to drive out here with water. can fill up when you get here. Over here to screen left is like a little dead-end section of camping. This is the official entrance right here. And of course, nobody's here at 10 o'clock at night. And then you got road number 1, road number 2. We're gonna go down, well, we'll say road number 1 to the right. We're on road number 2. Most people are gonna be sleeping right now. My son stayed in this spot right here, screen left when he came. They got little hosts, or no, it's this one, right where this truck is. They stayed right there. There's a playground right here to screen left. Oh, look, somebody brought a Rivian out here. I hope they brought a full charge with them. All behind these spots right here. The river is back over there. And then there's the world famous Halama Beach store. They got surfboards out here that people stick stickers all over. I stuck my sticker on one of those surfboards. In an inconspicuous spot. There's the bathrooms right there. Those are not the showers. Right here to screen right. Those are just the bathrooms. Somebody, oh yeah, see, I was gonna say somebody's still awake because I smell campfire. Oh, that campsite still got their fire going. They're probably waiting up for the rocket launch. And that's about it. There's the showers, screen left. You can barely see them. But we just passed the showers. The dump station's over here to screen left. This is that. If we were to go down that road right there, that is the little cul-de-sac, as I like to call it. The spots on the right hand side of the screen are right up against the ocean or the beach. All you got to do is walk out of your campsite and you're on the beach. Oh, there's a group of people still hanging out. That was a quick 2.5 minutes. But that's it. We'll come out here one day when it's daylight. Get out here early so you guys can see what Halama Beach County Park looks like. At the very end of a twisty, turny, up and down, all over, undulating 14-mile road. And it's a pretty busy park. Or beach, however you want to look at it. And a lot of people come here for generations. Come here, the kids have grown up, now they're bringing their families here. But you get a lot of that out here, because this is one of those spots where you talk to some people about it, it's a nightmare. It gets windy, it gets cold, you can get covered in fog. And then you talk to some people where they've only experienced that once, so this is their favorite camping spot. That's the other thing. Back in the day, you're so secluded back here, you have no knowledge of the outside world. You have no idea what's going on in the real world when you're out here, which is always kind of cool. But now, with Starlink and all this stuff, you can still come out here and be connected to the real world. I wonder why it's not even letting me do that right now. I got you guys pointed up. I don't know if you guys can see the stars or not, but there are stars out there. And then over that way you can see a green light and a red light, a few red lights, 3 of them. I think those are the signal lights for the train. And I don't know if you guys could see, I think there's ships out there. I don't know, there's some weird light blinking out there. I don't know what it is. But I'm going to set you guys back in the holder for a sec. Let's go through some comments since we have. Let's check the timer real quick. No. Oh, dumbass. You just closed it. Timer. 36, 34. Yep, so they added 2 more minutes to it. No big deal yet. Once they start adding an hour to it, then it might become a big deal. Thank you, everybody, for joining us tonight on Vandenberg Rocket Launches. We're currently, I know it's pitch black right now, which is kind of a bummer because last time I was out here at night, at least you can see the lights that were ahead of us. You can't even see the lights right now. You can see that very faint orange one in front of us. And I know that one's a signal light for the train. Oh, well. Let's go through the chat. Oh, yeah. There's a lot of times out here where you could see the Milky Way. Let's just go backwards. Yeah, hold on. It's not the same old Halama same old Halama burger. That's cool. Let's just go back up to the top. No, I'm out at Halama right now. We were up on Harris Grade earlier, and I don't know what happened. Everything just kind of crashed. So we had to restart the live stream. And here we are out at Halama. No, it shouldn't be a loose wire or anything on the Starlink. Maybe it is this bumpy ass road that's causing it. But I made sure everything was connected very well. When I get out of the truck, I'll check everything again. I do know, JC, the signal blocker comment, I do know they have a couple of those remote cameras. This closed, yeah, the cameras that Wi-Fi straight back to the police department. They have a couple over there. The driving's supposed to make you sleepy. Yeah, I'm sorry, JC. I'll get the frogs for you next time. Yeah, it's pitch black out here. A lot of times out here at Halama, the right time of year, yes, you can see the Milky Way. And it's pretty awesome. Yeah, this is a campsite road. So you get a lot of RVs, diesel pushers, fifth wheels, all that stuff driving this road. So you kind of got to be careful. Drive it slow. Oh, you guys saw the light on the Dangermon cam? Yeah, the Dangermon cam, go on to either Alert California or I use the Watch Duty app, Brushfire app. I guess it's all over the United States now, but I just look at the West Coast. Northern California, Montana. Now I'm watching the Brushfire on Camp Pendleton since I got to drop my grandson off there on Wednesday for devil pups. Deer. There's a lot of deer poachers out here. A lot of deer poachers come out here. Yeah. My dad told the story on here. Yeah, we were out spotlighting one time. Just out driving around looking to find animals, and Farmer Fred came up on us and he said, "What are y'all doing?" I said, "We're spotlighting deer." And then he said, "Well, we had a couple killed like that the other day." And I was like, "With the spotlight?" And then it dawned on me, and my dad and my buddy Gene both told me, yeah, they're spotlighting them and then shooting them. Like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Oh, good. Tim has clear skies in Moorpark. Yeah, Matthew, the Milky Way is awesome out here. If you get the right angle, and I guess if you know what you're doing, you could get the waves and the Milky Way all in one picture. Oh, maybe that is what they were downloading stuff. I don't know. All I know is there's a whole bunch of these new cameras they have around Lompoc. They have a solar panel on them and a Wi-Fi router on them. And last time I was at Santa Barbara Police Department, the ones they have down there, it's a continuous live feed back to the station. So they could watch what's going on at any time wherever those cameras are set up. And Lompoc has put them all over town. There are these little black poles with black cameras on them. Some of them are on light poles. Some of them are just planted in the ground, like on a pole, but they're just random. It's kind of odd. All right, what are we down to? 26 minutes. I'm going to start getting the camera set up, folks. So hang out for a few minutes. Chat amongst yourselves. Hashtag who your World Cup team is. And comment where you're watching from tonight. I'll be back in a couple minutes after I get set up. You can kind of see the Milky Way tonight. I highly doubt you'll be able to see it when I get all set up and point the camera up toward it. But you can faintly see the Milky Way out there tonight. Not really good. Not like some certain times of year you could really see it raging across the sky. Tonight, not so much. Okay, camera's out. Cheat card's out. Alright. I'm going to mute you guys again for a few minutes while I get all set up, and I'll be back in a minute. way you guys can kind of see something, right? There's really nothing to see right now except dark skies. Oh, look. Let's see if you guys can see it. See the waves down there coming in? That's the ocean, obviously, down there. And you can kind of see the haze cutting across the light. I guess. And then that's the light from the train crossing down there. But I don't think you guys can see anything if I point you up. The ISO seems really low on the camera tonight, and it's usually not that low. No, I guess not. But there is a little faint glow from the Milky Way tonight. And then that's the other thing. There's blinking lights going on out there. I thought they were ships, but there's 3 of them. And if you ever out here during the daytime, or go back and watch one of my other videos from the daytime out here, you'll know that there's 3 offshore oil rigs out there. So I don't know what's going on, why their lights are blinking tonight. But their lights are blinking. And then you guys can't tell, but now I've pointed you back to the north. Let me see. Yeah. So that light I just blocked out right there, pretty much center screen. I'm blocking it out with my hand. But that yellow light way down there is the traffic light for the train. And if you were lucky enough to be on the first live stream tonight before it decided to crash on us, you would have seen a freight train come through. And it was kind of cool watching it because it started off going slow. And then as more and more, as the engine went through first, and as it went through, it picked up speed because now it was off of the side of base where there's a speed restriction for trains when there's a rocket standing on the pad. Last time I rode the train, I was told it was 15 miles an hour. But that was a few years ago. Well, Sabrina, thank you for joining us tonight. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, share, tell all your friends, and most importantly, turn the notification on, because I never know when I'm going live, unfortunately. Let's see, let's look real quick. This one that's supposed to go off in another 18 minutes. The next scheduled launch is the 10th at 7 p.m. And then the 13th. Well, let me rephrase that. The window opens at 7 p.m. for the 10th. And opens at 3:38 p.m. on Monday the 13th. Oh, so there's a good chance my grandson will get to see 3 rocket launches, 3 SpaceX launches while he's down there at Camp Pendleton next week. So this weekend, next week. devil pups. But if you have a kid that's thinking about going into the service and you live on the West Coast, have them look into going to devil pups. 13 to 17-year-olds. 10 wonderful, glorious days on Camp Pendleton. Yes, it's a lot of PT, some running, a lot of hiking, a lot of marching, a lot of crappy food, but a lot of fun. That's my view of the ocean from right about there. You see anything else down that way? No. Down that way? No. And then here's what I really should be watching. The hillside behind me. Let's check for eyeballs real quick. Nothing's gonna eat me. Oh, you can still go there. There we go. That feels much better. That's the only bummer about coming all the way out here is the waves drown the noise of the rocket out. You can still hear it, but it does drown it out a little bit. Imagine you're camping at Halama. It's pitch black. You're walking along the beach having a beautiful night in the dark, and then all of a sudden this gigantic light comes from over the top of the cliff, because that's all pretty much cliff down there. But then this light lights up the waves from the cliff above. At least I'm giving you guys something to see instead of darkness, right? It looks like it's high tide right now, or getting close to it. Or just past something like that, but it looks like it's high tide. This is why we come out here sometimes, folks. You can't really see it right now, but when the rocket launches, you'll be able to see the fog that's sitting over the hillsides right now. And everything to the north of us, all that fog is sitting over Lompoc. So, we had to bug out of town to get a good view. Kind of hazy looking to the south, so I don't know if we're going to be able to see re-entry burn. Part of the fun for me is to try to find clear enough skies where I could see re-entry burn. I do see stars looking south, but I don't see them as low in the sky as I'd like to, so there could be some haze down that way. But we have gotten a couple people from down south that said they have clear skies, so let's see what happens. We might get lucky. And of course, as usual, as I stand out here, I look to the sky to see if I can see. It's so dark out here. I do have the ocean lit up so you guys have something to look at. But it's so dark out here, you can see dozens of satellites flying around. All you got to do is look at the sky. Except for my flashlight right now, there's no light pollution. Well, there's a couple lights from base, but besides that, there's no light out here. It's pitch black. If you're an astrophotographer, this is where you'd want to come if you don't feel like going to the middle of the desert. This is the longest I've stood out here in the dark and haven't seen a satellite fly over yet. Oh, just saw a shooting star. I just saw a shooting star. That was pretty cool. Not what I'm looking for, but that was pretty cool. Alright, I'm gonna go dark for a minute and see if I can see a satellite. Satellites, damn it. Yeah, you could see the Milky Way, very faint, but you could see the Milky Way out here tonight. All right, I'm not messing around. Turn you guys back there. Open that up. Okay. No, we don't want that on ISO. Oh no, we don't want it on effects. Okay. There we go. Okay, so we'll turn the ISO around right there, and then we'll put this right there. 20th, I guess. No, let's go to 16. Alright, 16. Alright. And then we'll just use the ocean. Alright, hang on. I gotta get the camera zoomed in, so give me a second, folks. See, that keeps... That's just gonna have to work tonight. Oh, that's why. Yeah, we'll make that work. Alright. We're good. I think we're good. We should be down to 8 minutes to go till launch. My timer's still set at the original go. Yep, 8 minutes. Just hit 8 minutes to go. You got the Pacific Ocean breaking in down there. Thanks for tuning in tonight, folks. Sorry we ain't got much to look at, but it's almost midnight. Or it is, actually, right? Yeah, it's after midnight. So this is what we get to look at, darkness. But thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, share, tell all your friends. And most importantly, don't forget to turn the notifications on, because we never know when we're going live over here at Vandenberg Rocket Launches. Uh-oh. Okay. All right. We're Okay. Solution clearing my hometown of Downey. Yep. So hopefully everybody gets a good view tonight. If you're staying up to watch it, if you're watching the replay of this, you should have got up. The video will be alright, but to get out and watch it yourself is even better. And what are we waiting for tonight? Transporter 17 on booster 1097. The 11th launch for booster 1097. The 43rd launch for SpaceX this year. 1097 last launch June 15th. Wait, I might have that wrong. For the 39th launch of the year. Today's the 186th day of the year, the 23rd week of the year. And SpaceX is still holding strong at 4.3 days between launches. Yeah, 1097, yeah. So I might have the last launch flight mixed up. I'm trying not to scare you guys. I should have brought my beanie tonight. 4 minutes to go. 4 minutes and 30 seconds. So typically Strongback starts at 3 minutes to go, but lately it's been starting early. So if you're watching the SpaceX live stream on a different device, you're possibly seeing Strongback about to start retracting. I'm gonna go see if I have my beanie. I'll be right back. Living here in Lompoc, you got to be ready for any type of weather conditions. So, yep, beanies in the truck. My son didn't tell me he threw copper in the back of my truck. The haziness or the fog is moving in. The hillside behind us is starting to get a little hazier. I could still see it with the flashlight. Either that or the flashlight's starting to go dead, which I wouldn't be surprised. Had it going for a while now. All right. So Strongback should be retracting now. If it's not all the way back, it should be getting pretty darn close. I guess I could watch the SpaceX live stream from here, right? Yeah, I got the gloves in my my camera bag now. I probably should put those on too, because yeah, my hands are getting cold. I do have a police scanner, but unfortunately I got the cheap one because I'm cheap. So my scanner doesn't go to the channel to get the launch countdown on. Alright. What are we at? 1 minute and 30 seconds. We'll keep you on the ocean for a few more seconds. For about 45 more. We'll move you facing north to where the rocket's going to launch from at 30 seconds to go. Thanks for tuning in, folks. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and share, and turn your notifications on if it's your first time here watching and you haven't hit the like button yet, or even if you already did. Once we see the orange glow from the booster come over the hillside, hit like 100 times. All right, 40 seconds to go. There it goes. We have ignition. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Look at that view. That's awesome. That's why I like coming out here right there. Seeing the reflection off of the bay and the rocket soaring into the sky. To lift the tripod up. So I'm trying to hold focus. Man, that looks beautiful tonight. Where'd it go? Damn it. Alright, main engine cut off. Stage separation. Second stage ignition. And there it goes. I don't know if you guys will be able to see it right there, because the ISO's turned down kind of low tonight for some reason. I don't understand there goes booster 1097 for the 11th launch of its lifetime, the 43rd launch for Vandenberg this year. Ooh, a slight little jellyfish going on. The 45th launch for Vandenberg. What the heck is going on here? Oh, that's why. Oh yeah, there's a nice little jellyfish effect going on. I don't think you guys can see it too well. For some reason, the ISO's turned way down. See, if you come out here the right time of year, the booster or the rocket, the second stage, is just to the right and just above the Milky Way. The Milky Way is kind of going from the bottom of this. Ooh. Now there's a big old mushroom plume behind it. It's not a very bright jellyfish effect, but there is some jellyfish effect going on. But I don't think you guys can see anything. Like I said, for some reason, it's really dark tonight on the live stream. Let me see what I see on my thing. Yeah, pitch black. Where'd it go? There it is. All right. Thank you for tuning in, everybody. Don't forget to hit that like button. Share, subscribe, turn your notifications on. If you'd like to donate a couple bucks and go over to PayPal, Vandenberg Rockets. Good old Vandenberg Rockets. The frequency that shoot, I don't have it on me. I think it's 386 or 383, something like that. It's in the 300s. That's all I know. Oh, you got a slight jellyfish. Yeah, we could see it from here, the jellyfish effect, but not too great. It wasn't the best jellyfish effect, but there was a slight jellyfish. This is, if you're into getting Milky Way pictures, this would be a good spot to come. You know, weather conditions have got to be great, but this would be a good spot to come and try to get a shot of the rocket going across the Milky Way. Oh, a little bit too far right there. Oh, the head is loose. That's why. All right, folks. I'm going to go ahead and head out, get everything packed up. It's after midnight. I got to be to work at 8 o'clock in the morning. And an hour drive home. I won't be going to bed until at least 2 o'clock tonight. What is that? Oh, yep, just missed it. I did see re-entry burn. I don't know if you guys caught the last second of it, but re-entry burn just happened out there. All right, well, sorry we missed it. Should have kept you guys pointed that way to see re-entry burn. Thank you for joining us. Don't forget, we will be back Friday around 5 o'clock for the next launch. Which will be a Starlink mission, a booster 1071. One of the oldest at Vandenberg. It's going to be its 35th launch of its lifetime. One of the grandpas in the bunch. But all right, folks. Thanks for tuning in. Hope to see you guys on Friday. Until then, see ya.